yesterday afternoon, a big wave came out of nowhere, and unfortunately I didn't have the hatch closed to the cabin. I was sitting inside, and it was my mistake. I shouldn't have had the hatch closed, but it was a relatively benign sea state. But a rogue wave came out of nowhere and turned the boat upside down. So instantly I had to swim out from the flooded cabin, climb on top of the hull, and I activated my EPIRB, which sends out a distress signal, and I held on to the boat for about 14 hours, and then this morning, after first light, I saw the cruise ship approaching and I knew that I was saved.
Yeah.
So, and I'd like to say a big thank you to all the staff on board P&O Cruises for just being really helpful and really kind. I didn't have any clothes on when the wave hit the boat. Usually row naked because it stops chafing. So I was sitting in the cabin with no clothes on, and then all of a sudden I'm upside down and I swim out. So I left Lima, Peru almost a year and a half ago now, and I rowed for 5 months non-stop, 160 days. And after that period I reached a tiny atoll in the Cook Islands called Henry, and I stayed there for 4 months during cyclone season. I have a radio, I have 3 different EPIRBs, I have a life jacket, there's a life raft on board as well. So there's all sorts of safety features. With the state I was in, the best option for me was to sit on top of the hull while it was overturned and hold that EPIRB. And if help hadn't arrived in that 24 hours or 48 hours, then I would have had to take measures to try and right the boat. You basically stand on the hull and you have a line and you pull it and you try and get it to come over. So I thought I'll sit on the boat during the night, and then in the morning I'll try again. It was really cold, and I tied myself on. I had a line around my waist tied onto the boat, and so that really helped me because waves were breaking over that boat constantly, and I was just sort of holding on for dear life. I was surprisingly calm and collected, and I had the utmost faith that help would arrive. So you sort of can't let any doubts creep in, because then that just becomes a really bad headspace to be in. I've always been a rower and a sailor, and I designed and built the boat myself. That's my trade background, boat building. I had some sponsors come on board who helped me mostly with materials for the construction of the boat, and some money as well. And then I had a GoFundMe page, and so that's been amazing really. People from all around the world have really been interested in what I'm doing, and I've got a blog, so I share my stories, and that GoFundMe just gives them an opportunity to donate to my journey if they want to, and that's made a big difference.
And so you've been rescued. What are your plans now?
Well, I'm going to enjoy the cruising lifestyle for 3 days until we get to Auckland. I'm very excited about. It's a very surreal experience going from a very hard life on a small rowing boat to what is opulence and luxury. And so I'm going to eat as much food as I can and sleep as much as I can, and then I'll get back to Brisbane and I'll take stock of it all and hopefully write a book about it.
I think there's a general admiration for what you were trying to do. There are, I don't know, there are some grumpy people because, of course, they're now going back to Auckland instead of calling to.
I feel very bad that I had to interrupt the cruise. I really do, and it is a real shame that my life was in danger and I had to put other people's life out of their way to come and save me. I'm not proud of that at all, and I'd rather it not be like that. From when I was 14 onwards, I've been dreaming about this journey and preparing and getting the skills I need and the offshore experience I need to complete the journey. And I didn't quite complete it. I was quite close, but I didn't complete it. But that's okay. That's life. There's definitely all sorts of adventures I'd like to do, and so perhaps one day I'll build another boat and I'll take it to Vanuatu and finish that last leg. Gnaw away at me if I don't do it. So maybe one day.